Hi everyone, Justin Cates here. Welcome back to the show. After a little bit of a break, we are here in full force. It's been a slow week in Hokie Nation, so we go to a recap of my trip to Wyoming. For that, we head out to our senior frontier correspondent, me. Hi everyone, Justin Cates here, coming to you from Laramie, Wyoming on the University of Wyoming campus here at War Memorial Stadium, the highest elevation stadium in FBS football, where it is 40 degrees with sustained winds of 30 miles per hour, gusts up to 40. Pretty extraordinary that they play football in this weather. Right behind me is the High Altitude Performance Center, which is extremely necessary because I find this thin air to be kind of awful. Talk about clean mountain air, this is a whole nother ballgame. Back to you, Justin. Great reporting, Justin. Thank you for that stuff on the scene in Laramie. Might need a thicker coat against those winds. Me here, I am good in this new Wyoming t-shirt. The only downside is I now have brown in my wardrobe, which leaves a significant hole in my Christmas list. So, what's going on in Virginia Tech? What did I miss? Okay, Justin Fuente is out as head coach at Virginia Tech. He leaves as the program's 5th all-time winningest coach and leaves with a considerable amount of money. Enter J.C. Price, interim head coach at Virginia Tech football. The longtime Hokie legend as part of the come-up in the early 90s. I grew up watching him. A longtime fan of the program, one of those guys who has contributed in many ways, now doing it as a member of the coaching staff, and this week leading the charge as the Hokies look to take on the Miami Hurricanes. Now, JC had an outstanding press conference Thursday afternoon, meeting the media for the first time with that new title. It was bittersweet. He was very open, honest, and passionate. It's very clear that Virginia Tech means just as much to him as it does to every other fan of the program. Very encouraging, and you gotta say, the guys are in good hands down the stretch for these final 2 games, and maybe a little more. So, the Hokies head to Miami this week to take on the Hurricanes. A similarly struggling program this year after a promising section of the season, an exciting new quarterback in Tyler Van Dyke, but Manny Diaz, the head coach, also embattled, maybe on the ropes, with a vacancy in their athletic director's seat. What happens here? Push comes to shove, both programs desperately trying to make a bowl game and salvage their seasons. The Hokies have a tough one here. Miami, like I said, playing better down the stretch. They had a hiccup last week. What does it mean in this one? Well, I actually picked the Hurricanes to win this one originally, 28-20. After that J.C. Price press conference, I decided to switch the teams. That's how good I felt about that. It was a really inspiring thing to see. I think the guys are going to come out fired up. I hope Trey Turner out there on the road, the literal drive for 25, is ready to go. Everyone else taking the traditional route of a charter plane. The Hokies win this one 28-20. That's it for the football news this week so far. Don't forget, men's and women's basketball still both undefeated in the early part of their non-conference schedule. The tough competition right around the corner, though. Men's and women's soccer also doing really good things in the NCAA tournament. Keep an eye out for those games as the listings change and the teams continue to advance. Very exciting stuff so far for the soccer. Now, this week, remember, be thankful as we head towards Thanksgiving. What are we thankful for here? Lots of stuff, in particular you, if you're actually watching this. Thanks so much, and make sure to check out sonsofsaturday.com, which we're also thankful for. Lots of good writing. Check out the staff picks this week, which might be interesting to you. And also check out all of the other good content. Christopher Himes, the Elder Scribe, had a really good article last week, which talked about how Virginia Tech's football opening is a top 20 coaching vacancy, and he brought the stats to back it up. Gotta love that. Check out the podcast. The guys did an emergency session out in California this week with the Justin Fuente news. they will have another one to preview the Miami game. In the meantime, make sure to enjoy the games this weekend. Be smart out there. Bring a coat, maybe a light jacket. Depends on where you are in the country. Various weather patterns to keep an eye out for. Sustained winds of 30 miles per hour, gusts up to 40. In the meantime, go Hokies, go Bills, go sports.
And the skies are not cloudy. Oh.